Right, so very excited for this. We're going to do a vlog. We're going to get this on YouTube. You'll be watching it on YouTube. This is Mr. Nick Frayne. If you don't know him,
Morning.
Run Frayne or Run, the new
The up and coming Runfluencer.
Runfluencer. So we're going to do like a hot seat slash vlog slash 10k trail run. So we're going to get off now. Easy pace, nice trails. Going to show this man the woods of Bradshaw.
Show me what Jumbo is all about.
Yeah, we're going to jump bulls, get lost in the woods, and then we're going to have a little coffee and a chat afterwards, and he can tell you all about his journey and how he's this absolute animal and athlete now. So let's fucking rock it, dude.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Woohoo! Like King of the Ducks. Sick. Right gang, 10k done, lovely trail morning, nice and easy today. And then just for full clarity, we are here having some
Split into two.
Coffee.
Split into two to share.
problem shared is problem half, something like that. Legend Nick Frayne, been through the programme, had an amazing transformation, but we're going to take it back for anyone who's not used to these hot seats. I'm going to put this one public on YouTube this time. So we always sit down with people who've been through the whole programme and literally find out where they was, where they are now, where they want to be in the future, how they got there, and if we can give you any tips, then amazing. But he's had an amazing journey. He's becoming such a good friend as well, which I love about the programme. So for anyone who doesn't know you, mate, can you just give an insight into who you are, where you live, where you're from, what you do, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so in short, I'm Nick, 42, live in Astley in Manchester. Been on the programme now for about 16 months last September. Father of two beautiful daughters,
Yeah.
Jessica and Millie, married for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty much me,
Yeah.
run my own business.
Perfect,
Yeah.
and that's it, right? So you'll see Nick's transformation. I'm gonna like do some fun thing where you put it online now. So you'll see Nick's transformation, and is a I don't like saying normal because he's extra normal, but you know he's a normal bloke. He's got an amazing family, runs a business, lives a normal life, but now he's on his way to an extraordinary living through fitness in his body and how he looks. So that sounds all normal. What was it like before the programme, right? So why did you want to transform? Why did you want to change for anyone who doesn't know anything about your backstory?
I was in a dark place, as you know. I was in a bad way. I was drinking heavily, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. Couldn't break the cycle. Sometimes I managed to go a week without drinking and eating fairly well, and then I just completely fall off the wagon and go back to, you know, the same old routines. I was struggling, and I'd done that for many years, and it was affecting work, relationships. It was on a downward spiral, basically, as you know.
Yeah. I remember speaking to you on that call, and I could just tell something wasn't right.
I was hungover.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ever shared it with you. I don't think I have, but you know, I remember the call was due at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I used to wipe my diary if I was hungover,
Yeah.
and anything that I had on that day, I'd just sit on the sofa, eat KFC, watch Netflix, and do nothing. And I really didn't want to speak to you, if I'm honest. And I did, and I was in a bad way, and I was depressed. And at the end of the call, I mean, you're a master salesman anyway, but you know, you really got me to believe that you could help me, and thankfully you were true to your word.
Yeah.
You know, and it was what you said.
Yeah.
You know, happened basically.
Yeah. And you know, we speak to a lot of guys, and I love what I do. I've done nothing but transformation. I love it, but I love it because I know where people can get to, and it's so hard to get that across. But you believed in it, and you did the hard work. You committed and gone, actually, yeah, I'm going to pay the money. I'm going to do it, and just put your trust in it, which is obviously I love that. And I knew from that day I was going to transform you, and because of your mindset from day one. So let's get into like the I suppose the first part of kind of like your journey, right? So results wise, where was you at the start?
Okay.
Like, where was you on that call? Do you remember scale weight? Do you remember like how you felt, how you looked? Go into that first of all, what it was.
Okay, so I've got I've got everything mapped out in my head as a timeline, so it meant so much to me. So the call we had was mid-August, I think start of August maybe. I then went away to Spain for 2 weeks with my family. We were travelling around Spain. We went everywhere. I ate, drank just as normal.
Yeah.
But because I'd committed and I'd paid the money, and I knew I was starting that first day when I came back,
Yeah.
I was so excited. So yeah, I still had a drink and I ate,
Yeah.
and I was 107 kilograms when I got on the scale when I got back, which is heavy. I'm 6 foot,
Yeah.
you know, similar height to you.
Yeah.
I was a heavy guy. 107 kilograms, and then within the first week I dropped like 2, and then
Yeah.
it was just a consistent, steady drop,
Yeah.
all the way down to 77.6, I think, on shoot day. Which was a 30 kilogram loss, which if you'd have said at the start you're going to lose 30 kilograms, you never did. You just said you're going to lose 10 kilograms. I was like, do you know what, 10 kilograms, 107, 97, sounds about right. And then you said, we're going to lose another 20. And I was like, no, it's not happening. But it did.
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, a lot of, if you listen to this and you're looking after transformation, and if you have weight to lose, I'm not saying this to be, just a dickhead, but like you'll have more fat than you think. You'll have so much more body fat than you think, and we tell them what they need to know because it's the best thing. It's truthful. You need to be told exactly your number when you're going to have a six pack. So yeah, it has to happen. So you got all the way down. What was the biggest shift? So pre lifestyle lean, post lifestyle lean. What do you think for you was like why you've tried before, maybe not got there, and why you suddenly just gone? It could be anything. It could be mindset. It could be education. It could be anything.
So I've always been into fitness. I say always. I've been into fitness for about 10 years. I used to box.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I like running.
Yeah.
I've always kind of done something, but I've never ever tapped into what I can do now.
Yeah.
I've always just scratched the surface. So I've had PTs, I've had in-gym PTs, I've had online coaches, and they were all average. They never held me accountable. I could get away with things. I never had that mental shift where I thought, you know what, I'm in something now. If someone said he's coming out on a Saturday night, I'd be like, I can get away with that.
Yeah.
I just won't film my sheet in, and I'll do it. Or he coming to Pizza Hut or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
I can have a pizza. No one's going to check anything. And mentally, I'd not committed myself, so I'd always get away with things. And then lo and behold, my weight just stayed the same or went up. Soon as I pressed that button with you and I was in, it just felt different. I'd financially committed, I'd mentally committed, I told my wife, I told my kids, and I was in. And something just shifted in my head. And I can't. It's difficult to explain. Something just clicked in my head.
It has to be.
And I knew that this had to be it, because if this didn't work, there was no hope, basically.
Yeah. And it's that, and that's again, this is going out to people who not in part of lifestyle lean, but when people could get involved in lifestyle lean, nutrition and calories and training, it's not the thing that's going to transform you. Like, you can get that on fucking online for a free workout plan. It means nothing. What you need to start doing, and what Nick did from that day one, is like he started thinking of himself as the person that he wants to be. Like, you've got to think of, what is it, 16 months now?
16
months. So now he was probably thinking of the guy he is now 16 months ago, of like how people look at him, how people think of him, how his family thinks of him. And this is the stuff that's really going to change you, not the, here's your calorie sheet today, blah blah blah. That means nothing without, okay, if I do follow my calorie sheet for 4 weeks, for 6 weeks, for 4 months, that will equal this incredible person that I know I can be. And you've got to put a why on the end goal, and now your probably end goal is further away and further away, kind of thing. So all right, we've gone through transformation wise, just to help people who are in that transformation part now, nutrition wise for you, what works for you? It can be different for everyone. People like to eat the same food, people like to prep the food, people like to pre-plan the food. What worked for you, mate?
So during my diet phase, for me, it tended to be, I can't wait to eat that cake, by the way. It tended to be very, very similar breakfast. So it might be like scrambled eggs on sourdough, or protein oats in the morning. Tended to be the same things. Lunch would be either chicken and rice, chicken wrap, tuna, and then I'd like to have dinner with my family. but my own version.
Yeah.
So, for example, if we're having a spaghetti bolognese,
Class.
I wouldn't have a mountain of pasta,
Yeah.
whereas my wife and kids would.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it was very difficult, and
Yeah.
I wanted to smash the pasta,
Yeah.
but I didn't. So, for me, I like variety.
Yeah.
I can't eat the same things every day. However, I know other guys on the programme
Yeah.
who ate the same thing every day
Yeah.
for 6 months.
Of course.
So it's whatever works for you.
Perfect, right? And that's exactly it, right? So it's knowing that, okay, you've got this calorie target, you've got this food plan, but you can fit things into it. This morning, I keep showing it, right? I'm going to fit this in. Normally, I'd have a breakfast, 600 calories, whatever. I'm going to have this now, this little bit of cake, and might be have a half a breakfast or something. It's all about fitting what you like into your day to make it work for your calories. And obviously now Nick and myself as well, we're on higher calories, so you can afford to have more higher calorific food. But when you're on the program, it's about working around you, your lifestyle. If you've got family, if you've not got family, some guys are super strict on just like simple foods. Some people like to have high days, low days. It doesn't matter. But you've got to have something that's built around you. You cannot follow somebody else's plan that you've seen in Men's Health or online or whatever, because it's nothing to do with your height, your metabolism. You need it built around you. So perfect. All right. So transformation, photo shoot day. How was the photo shoot day?
One of the best. My wife will
You're
probably
so excited.
my wife will probably watch this, so I can't say the best day of my life because obviously that was my wedding day, or the birth of my kids. But it was a really, really good day.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the energy, the buzz, and just how proud you feel of yourself looking like that.
Yeah.
From going from an overweight person with addictions
Yeah.
like food and alcohol
Yeah.
to then looking at yourself in those mirrors and thinking like, I can't believe that's me. And it was just such an ace day. And then eating afterwards and going out celebrating. It was brilliant.
Yeah. I was so excited.
I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. You were so excited, so I was so excited, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, and I can't wait. And I'm just, it's one of them days where like, you probably couldn't see yourself doing a photo shoot when I was on a phone call to you, because you're such a positive guy. You probably did think that you could get there, but it's hard to think of yourself that way, isn't it?
I'm vain.
Yeah.
I'm vain. I admit I'm vain. I really, really enjoy looking good. I want to look after myself. So seeing myself in those pictures and in those mirrors, like, I was like, wow. I was buzzing. I still am buzzing. But yeah.
And that's it, right? And you're in control now. So
Yeah.
we've got you out this dark place over years and years. You always had that inside you, this athlete inside you ready to come out. We told you how to get there. You pushed yourself. You got there. You did the transformation. You got the photo shoot, and then now you've discovered this inner athlete that I keep talking about, right?
Absolutely.
So just tell us your mindset towards the where you are right now. What you enjoy doing. I know what you enjoy, but tell everyone what you enjoy doing. What you've got kind of coming up because of this, and like your mindset towards kind of fitness now.
Okay, so as I said, I've always messed around with weights, lifted weights here and there. So I had a little bit of size when I started, as you know. I'd always enjoyed running, and I'd loved the idea of running. But every time I went for a run, I'd do a 5k in say 32 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was very, very hard. I'd be really, really red-faced. I'd be out of breath. I love running, and I'd love the idea of it, but I couldn't run, I could never get better. And I now realise it was my weight and my drinking and my eating.
Yeah.
So now I've lost the weight, and I was gradually getting quicker and faster and healthier and doing Barry's, which I think massively helped, and getting in a good place. I just thought I'd start off small and do the 6 World Majors.
So if anyone doesn't know, tell them what is it.
So the Marathon World Majors, the Abbott World Major Marathons, there's 6 of them. New York, London, Berlin, Boston, Chicago and Tokyo. I completed Berlin in September and New York 5 weeks after, which is 3 weeks ago, with a Manchester half marathon in the middle.
Just so I know, we did the Lisbon half together in March this year, right? So we all went over to Lisbon, lifestyle lean. It was amazing. Nick's first half marathon, and then I said after it, "Oh, I've got the Manchester Marathon. Double the distance in 2 weeks' time." And what did you say?
I said, "There's absolutely no way I could get my head around the fact that you've got to run twice that distance in 3 weeks." And I said to you, "I will never ever do a marathon," and I meant it, because I was genuinely, I was goosed. I was just half marathon for me. I thought that's my limit.
Yeah. So there you go. So it's six booked, 2 down so far. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I've done 2 world majors, you know, to show off. I'm just trying to, I want to get across to people that if you'd have said to me back in March, you're going to run a marathon, forget the major, but you're going to run a marathon, and then 5 weeks after, you're going to run a marathon slightly quicker with a lot more elevation, which is what happened. Yeah. I'd have said, like, no way. Yeah. So set big, scary goals, put your mind to something, and you know, now I've got Tokyo booked for end of Feb. I've got London booked for April. I've got Chicago booked for October. So this time next year, I will have 5 of the 6 done, and then Boston will be the last. For me, that's my passion. Yeah. I love running. Some people hate it, which is fine. Some people like high rocks or, you know, physique or whatever. I've just found my passion, and that's what I enjoy doing, and that's, I build my life around it.
Unreal, and that's exactly what we want people to get to. Like the fat loss phase, it's, you know, it's a kind of a get shit done phase. That's what we try and say. It's like, that's not the fun part. It's fun looking amazing, but like, just get the fat loss phase done. It might be 3 months, it might be 6 months, it might be 9 months, it might be 12 months. Once you've done that, then something will click and you'll go, right, actually, now this is the fun part of life. Some guys might want to build muscle, some guys might want to do high rocks, some guys might love running. It doesn't matter. It's just what you enjoy doing, and then you'll start to improve your athleticism so much more. We get a lot of guys coming on the program who will they'll run marathons and they still need to lose 20 kilograms, you know. It's not fun, and it's like, you shouldn't be trying to cross the line and finish it. You should be trying to smash it, and that's a race, you know. It's like, it's not a challenge. It's your body should be able to do that, and now you're understanding, right, now I'm here, I know how to get speed here, and it's just a kind of that journey to working towards it. So we're going to go for like 3 different areas of tips, right? So for someone who's looking at you going, fucking hell, what do you start off the weight wise?
107.
Anyone over 100 kilograms, right, is going, how the hell am I going to do this and get from there to there and run a marathon? I want to do it all, but I've got family, I've got this, I've got that. So we're going to go for 3 tips. We'll do 1 mindset, we'll do 1 training, we'll do 1 nutrition. Okay, so like, for anyone mindset wise who like, they cannot even think of themselves as what you've done, what would be any kind of tip to help this guy now?
So, as I said, once you commit and once you're in, and it might be day 1, it might be the week before you start, you have to flip a switch. You have to turn a switch, and you have to make it the most important thing in your life. Obviously, everybody's got jobs, everyone's got families, everyone's got commitments, but every day in the morning when you wake up, you have to have that goal of, today is going to be a good day. I'm going to train, or I'm going to walk, or I'm going to eat well, I'm going to get my sleep in. Everything has to evolve around your goal. For me, it still is my mindset now. Yep. That for me was a year. Don't get me wrong, there was the odd night out, or there was the odd treat or whatever, but every single day, it doesn't have to take over your life. It just has to be there in the background. Eating, sleeping, you know, training, it all has to be there every single day. You can't have days off. You can't, because 1 day off will put you back 2 days. So you just have to be on it every day.
You could say it's a lifestyle, couldn't you?
Absolutely, it's a lifestyle. Yeah. But what you'll find is, it builds momentum. Yeah. If you do a week, you feel all right. You do 2 weeks, feeling pretty good now. You do 4 weeks, you feel amazing. You do 3 months, you're like, wow, who am I? Yeah. And then you do 6 months, and you just feel like incredible. So stick with it. The momentum will build, snowball.
And like you just said then, though, and I heard this quote the other day. Well, not quote, a fact, in fact. For people who just focus on nutrition and training and do a big transformation, and they don't change their lifestyle, 90% rebound, right? So 90% rebound. Yeah. You need to live your life as if you are that person. Okay, you kind of like fake it till you make it. You've got to think of everything as, you know, I'm living my lifestyle. 20% might be a bit of a night out now and again, or a meal out or whatever, and that's fine. Keep it there. It'll never be 100% or perfection, but you've got to kind of always stay consistent. So mindset number 1 is be the person, live the lifestyle. Anything with your nutrition that personally helped you, mate. Anything where it's like, that helped me get through a tough period, or the mindset towards it, or something, or what you enjoyed about it.
So I adhered to the nutrition 80-90% of the time, which is the rule, isn't it? 80% of the week should be good. I always had something on a Friday night planned with the wife and kids. Nice. For me, it was making a pizza. Yep. Got a pizza oven. Nice. Love pizza, so Friday night I'd make a pizza. If I didn't do that, Saturday night we might go out for a meal or whatever. Yep. So during the week, lunches, dinners, snacks, everything was 80-90% there. So build something in, look forward to a treat, look forward to a snack, whatever. But some people, it's eat the same thing every day. For me, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I like variety. I'm lucky. I've got the option to cook at home and have my lunch at home. So that worked for me.
Cool, that's it. So again, don't be worried if you do need something like, every Friday my missus, or I've got to have something with my wife, or a date night. It's cool. It's allowed to be there, but you've just got to factor it in again. And then we won't do training. We'll do like anything where you think. Because I know you do this with me now. Now you've transformed. You look at guys and you see him like, he needs to transform. Not in a bad way, but you see potential in him now, don't you? So what would you say to like someone where you see someone over there, you can see they're not happy, you can see they're getting through life, 30s, 40s, and like they're not really thriving. What would you say to them? And anything, advice or tips or just mindset where what you'd say to them?
Like you say, when I see people, I don't feel I'm not like, I don't feel pity. I know what everybody's capable of, and I mean that. It's not a cliche. It's not bullshit. I genuinely look at people and I think if you flipped a switch in your head, anyone can do what I've done. Anyone. I'm not special. I was in a bad place. Anybody can do what I've done. Hand on heart. Once you flip that switch and you commit, anybody can get the results that I've got and other guys on the programme have got if they just follow the process 80-90% of the time and make it a priority. Don't mess about. Don't dip your toe in and then dip your toe out and go off track for 4 weeks and then come back, because your weight's going to be the same or more. And it's not just about weight, it's about your lifestyle. I've lost weight before, put it back on, because I've not changed any of my lifestyle. I didn't stop drinking, I didn't stop being a party animal, I didn't stop just being an idiot, basically. And it was time for me to grow up. So glad I did.
Perfect. That's it, right? Anyone. It's not like this might work for you. It's a guarantee. You're not. Nobody out there is built differently. I know we all like to think we're special snowflakes, and we all are like individually, but realistically, the body is built the same. If you're on a desert island, you will lose all your body fat. You'll be skinny and bones, and I don't want you to do that, right? But anyone can lose 20, 30, 40, 50 kilograms if you just stick to the long-term plan and you focus on the basics and just look at your health and look at, is your life healthy? Not perfect. Is it mostly healthy? That's what you need to do. But Nick, you're a legend, mate. I'm so happy for you. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next year. I'm literally now looking at you going, just go on, lad. Just go and achieve anything you want, mate. So thank you so much, dude.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Let's eat some cake.
Let's smash this cake.